Hey guys, Ezra here and welcome back to another movie review. And on today's movie review, we're going to be talking about Kung Fu Panda 4, which is the latest installment of the Kung Fu Panda franchise. And yeah, Kung Fu Panda is obviously really important to a lot of people. It's my childhood movie, and there is a trilogy of Kung Fu Panda. And I thought that the third one was the end. But apparently there's a plan for like there's gonna be like a six Kung Fu Panda movie. Like the first trilogy is gonna be like the student trilogy, I think, and then the second trilogy is gonna be the master trilogy. So I think this is like the start of a new trilogy for Kung Fu Panda. But I gotta say to you guys, even though I think this movie is quite fun, it has to me it feels like this is like the weakest of the Kung Fu Panda movie because there is a huge reason for that. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the positive aspect first, which and then we get to the negative aspect about the movie. So for the positive one, I think the animation is great, because I think this is like the lowest budget for Kung Fu Panda movie, because usually they have like 150 million budget, and this one is only have 85. But I gotta say, for an 85 million budget movie, the animation is actually really good, because I like when you actually have like the lowest budget in your franchise, then you expect the animation to suck sometimes, But I feel like in this one, the animation is still really, really good, man. So I think that's a really good job there. And of course, the action sequences in the movie is also really good. I think they are really well choreographed. I don't know if this is like the best action for the franchise, because well, I haven't watched the first three movie in a long time, but I don't remember the plot in a ways. But the action maybe I don't know. I don't know if this was the best action in the Kung Fu Panda movie. Some people say so, but to me, I don't know because I forgot about the action in the first three movies, But yeah, I mean, the action is still good at the end of the day. It's still really fun, And of course, Po is still a really fun character. He's still a master of his class, He's still the Dragon Warrior. Because usually when you are making this movie where he's like about to pass the torch to someone else, then usually it's Hollywood, Usually that Po is gonna be drunk and it's gonna be, he has to learn his Dragon Warrior again because it's been such a long time now. Because technically it's been 8 years since between Kung Fu Panda 3 to Kung Fu Panda 4, which is insane to me, And they could definitely do that, but I'm so glad that they still make Po as a master. He's still a boss. He's still capable to fight many foes at once, like he's still a master of the Dragon Warrior. So that's really great. Of course, we got Jack Black who's still voicing Po. I think he's great, as Po, obviously, because he's Jack Black. I think Jack Black is so talented as an actor and as a voice actor as well, And I really salute Jack Black here because like he managed to play a different character every single time he voiced a character. Because like you got Bowser from Super Mario Bros., which is voiced by Jack Black, and you got Po for Kung Fu Panda 4, and this still felt like a different character and has a different voice and personality, even though they were played by Jack Black, And the reason why I'm saying this is because I have another criticism about a certain character, which we're gonna get to that later. But yeah, so far, great animation, great character. Po is still great, Jack Black is still great. The action is really fun, and it's only 90 minutes long, so it's not that long, so that's great. Because this movie is definitely the weakest one of the Kung Fu Panda movie. So I'm really salute that this movie is only 94 minutes long. That it's just like, yeah, it's a tight movie, and it's just like it has a story. It told the story in an effective way, kind of, and it just pieces up, So it doesn't overstay its welcome. So that's a great stuff, But for the negative aspect about the movie, first of all, I want to talk about this new character named Zen, which is like a fox voiced by Aquafina. Now, like I mentioned before, Jack Black was able to play a different character, even though that, and he has a different voice as well. But Aquafina is just Aquafina. Like you got Sisu from Raya of the Last Dragon with voiced by Aquafina, and then you got this character from the Little Mermaid. I forgot which character it was, but like it was voiced by Aquafina, and then you got this character voiced by Aquafina. So it's just Aquafina. It doesn't feel like a different character, at least in my opinion. And the voice just stays the same, because here's the thing: Jack Black, even though he plays a two different character, has a different type of voice. You compare the voice from Bowser to Po, it's a two completely different voice and personalities, and I absolutely love that. But Aquafina, in my opinion, doesn't have that range where she's able to play a different character. Like, sure, the character is different, but to me, just felt like, yeah, that's just Aquafina doing Aquafina thing, So I get it why so many people didn't really like her, she got announced. It's like, oh, her again, come on, Like, yeah, I understand because I feel like she's not a great voice actress because every single time she plays a character, she just play herself, at least in my opinion. So it doesn't have any variety, like she may think she plays a variety of character, but to me, it just like kind of felt the same, So I don't know, like maybe she could improve in the future. So, and the other reason why I don't like this movie is because the Furious Five are barely in the movie. Like they appear in the movie, but don't expect them to have a big role in the story because the story is just like literally Poe and Zen, and then that's it. And I guess the two dads, the Poe's dads, like this still has a role in the story, and then that's it. But I feel like the Furious Five are incredibly lacking in this movie, and even Poe is like kind of like winking to the audience that, oh, like they might not be here, but this could still be a great journey, right? So basically telling the audience that, hey, the Furious Five is not going to be in this movie, but this could still be a very good movie, right? And I'm just like, no, because I feel like the Furious Five are the big part of the Kung Fu Panda franchise. Like, I get it that Poe and Master Shifu are like the main focus, but at the same time, the Furious Five is also the main focus on the first trilogy, and I feel like removing them from this movie is the biggest mistake ever, And granted, they do appear, but I feel like they don't have much role in this story, And I feel like maybe because they don't have enough money to hire the voice actor, maybe because you got Angelina Jolie, you got Jackie Chan, you got Seth Rogen, so like those are like an expensive actor to hire. So maybe they don't have enough money for that because like this is like the lowest budget of the entire movie. So maybe that's why they don't appear in this movie, or maybe they could like plan it to create a spin-off. But I feel like I'm not interested to see like the Furious Five doing their own mission in a way because like all five of them are separated in this movie. It was just explained by Poe in the beginning, like, oh, here's what the Furious Five is doing, and then that's it, like they barely appear in the movie, and I think that's really sucks. And here's the thing, speaking about the story, I feel like the story really missed the marks in a way. There is a much better story to tell, in my opinion, if they just include the Furious Five and they probably change some of the villains' motivation, like the chameleon, right? And here's the thing, the plot point of this movie is about Poe searching for his successor, and his successor in this movie is obviously Zen the Fox. There's not a spoiler because it's kind of obvious from the trailer. But here's the thing, I feel like it would be much better if Poe is actually choosing one of the Furious Five to be his successor, because I feel like that you could create some drama there because obviously the Furious Five are Poe's best friend, and he can just like choose one of them because he's gonna offend the other one, So you could have a drama there as well, and then maybe the Furious Five is gonna be fighting each other to see, who could take the mantle of the Dragon Warrior in a way. So I think they could be, have a good drama there between Poe and the Furious Five. That's way better than having this new character named Zen appear in the fourth movie, and then she could be the successor, or could be. So I don't know, and of course, speaking of the chameleon, which is like the main villain of this movie, the motivation for her is that he's going to bring back the dead villain, from the previous movies. That's like the synopsis for Kung Fu Panda 4. And when I first read that, I was excited, because I thought that we are finally seeing all this villain maybe working together with the chameleon to defeat Poe. I thought that's what's going to happen, but it didn't, because the chameleon just basically summoning them. Like Tai Lung, for example, like he's the highlight of the movie because like people are in love with Tai Lung from the first movie, and then he died in the first movie, and then now he's coming back. So that was exciting. However, he's not in this movie a lot, and I feel like the villain was super underused in a way. Not the chameleon, but like the returning villain from the previous movie. They just there. Same thing with Tai Lung. The Tai Lung just like, come there and then, fight the chameleon in a way, and then the chameleon just like suck his power, his kung fu essentially, and then just imprison him for the entire movie. And there was just like, what? Like I don't understand why they just can, like make the chameleon summoning this previous villain from Poe's life, like Tai Lung, Lord Shen, General Kai, and all three of them are working together with the chameleon. Like, that should be the main plot of Kung Fu Panda 4. Have Po pick one of the Furious 5 as his successor. You could create a drama there because obviously he loves all of his friends, so he doesn't want to offend any of them by picking one of them from, for being his successor, right? And then you also get the chameleon basically summoning Tai Lung, Lord Xian, and General Kai from the past life of Po, and then like giving them a deal that, hey, I'll bring you back here because I want your help to defeat Po, or like kill Po in a way. And obviously all three of them will agree to help the chameleon because obviously Po kill each and every one of them. So, and now they have the second chance to kill Po, like getting revenge on Po. So obviously they are going to work together with the chameleon, but that's not what happened. Like, what happened is super lame because like the villain was brought back in this movie and they just brought back for like a split second and then they just get imprisoned for the rest of the movie and then that's it. Like, what? And I guess Ian McShane is still good as Tai Lung, but again, Tai Lung is just barely used in this movie and it was like quite disappointing move for me, because I thought this movie is going to be like a Spider-Man No Way Home situation where like you bring back all the past villain from the past Spider-Man movies and then you make them fight together with the three Spider-Man. I thought that's what's going to happen when I first read the synopsis of Kung Fu Panda 4, but that's not what happened. And I think it's a really just a big, huge missed opportunity because I feel like with a lot more budget, they could definitely have a better screenplay and has a better story, and they should include all the villain actively in the story instead of just like brought them back. It's like, oh, hey guys, remember Tai Lung? Yeah, great nostalgia, right? Like, that's how it feels, when Tai Lung is in this movie. It's like, yeah, you guys remember him, right, from the first movie? Nostalgia, great. So what his role? What was Tai Lung's role in this movie? Yeah, just get in prison, and then that's it. And Tai Lung says something by the end of this movie that feels so jarring in my opinion. So it's like, don't know if Tai Lung will say that line to Po though. That's so weird, because Tai Lung is a villain, right? So I don't know. Either way, guys, I still think Kung Fu Panda 4 is still a fun movie in my opinion. It's definitely the worst of the trilogy in a way. And does it need to exist? No, I feel like this movie just exists for nostalgia, probably, and I know that I'm probably sounding so harsh reviewing this movie, but it is definitely the weakest one of all the movie, and that really disappointed me, man, because I feel there is a much better story to tell, like I said before, but yeah, it is what it is, It's still a fun movie, so I still think that you guys will enjoy this movie, especially with the family, because like my theaters are packed, when we saw this movie, so that's a great thing. Either way, guys, that's my review for Kung Fu Panda 4, and if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys, skadoosh that subscribe and like button, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what do you guys think about Kung Fu Panda 4. Do you guys like it, Do you guys agree that it's like the weakest one of all the Kung Fu Panda 4? And what do you guys think about my idea for the story here, by basically involving the villain into the plot, like what do you guys think about that? And then what do you guys think about involving Furious 5 into the plot as well? Do you guys think that's a great idea? Like, come on, let me know all that in the comment section below, guys. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos in the future. And again, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.